Hello, people. It's that time. It's that time again. Okie dokie. Oh, didn't mean to come out of the garage. So, welcome along, everyone, to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone's well. So, for this Tuesday evening, I'm going to be throwing down a Go Kart lobby. So, this is what's going to be happening for this Tuesday evening. So what's going to be happening is that there's going to be a bit of practice. So place yourself to do a qualifying lap if you wish. And then we crack on with some sprint racing. So this is what's going to be happening also. So we'll go into multiplayer. And we're going to be starting off at fictional circuit. And we're off to Kyoto Miyabi layout. So just to check if I've 8 laps, of course. Evening time. Grid start with 4-star check is on. Slipstream on, set to real. Other than that, we'll go Ghost is on the week as well as the shortcut penalty set to week. Other than that, I think we are good to open the lobby now. And I'll put in the room ID for those who wish to join in that method as well. Yeah. And there's the room ID. So any issues joining the lobby or having a certain issue with something on the track, let me know. So got Otis, Manuel, Tidders Jr., welcome along. Pleasure to meet you three. There's Smeglet and Maxura. Didn't expect a lobby to fill up like that in, what is it, just over a minute? Welcome along, Alex. Thank you very much for stopping by and leaving a like. Welcome along, Emma. Thank you for tuning in as well. Hope you two are well. Might as well announce the countdown to the race, seeing as though that there's a few of us in. So got Boris, got UAE Fury. Pleasure to meet you as well. Same goes to Boris. So feel free to do a qualifying lap, and another thing as well is be mindful of those around you on the track. So let's head out to the track then. DRS Verstappen, welcome along. Pleasure to meet you. One thing I'll have to do as well is, whilst I'm in a Go Kart, I'm going to, if anybody wishes, well, feel free to use the similar settings. So I've got the ABS set to off, counter steering system set to weak. So just a couple of things which I had to do. Welcome along, Portal. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Yeah, feel free. The lobby's open if you wish. The room ID is on there as well. If you're interested and if you're around. There's something happening. Okay, so if I see any issues, whether somebody wants a kicking for being dirty, then and not being respectful, then won't even tolerate it. Unless if you give the place back to the person you made contact with, and therefore not worry about where you finish and apologise if you felt you were in the wrong, then that's one way to sort the issue out, isn't it? Not far off the German. So let's have a quick look, shall we? So we've got Verstappen in the Red Bull livery, Red Bull overalls, along with Fernando Alonso's Go Kart. And there's Boris. And there's Max Ewer in the Aston Martin livery. Boris in the pink one. Ah, so if that's what it is, then obviously, yeah. Smegletin, and there's myself, and there's the German as well. You want to join so bad, but I'm at the place that helps me take care of bills and dependents. The joys of work. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Obviously, like most of us, we crack on with our normal daily jobs and so on, and yep. So, hello everyone. So, please be civil and respectful to other races and have fun. Okay, so have a good race, everyone, and best of luck, and keep it clean as well. So, if you accidentally hit someone, and if it's your fault, pull over to one side, give the place back to the person you made contact with. Failing to be a good sport. Obviously, even if I do get a call out to saying that somebody wants kicking, then wouldn't even tolerate that. So don't worry about where you finish, and just take your time to find a safe spot to get the place back to the person you made contact with. And yep, so I'm gonna get my gloves on. and crack on with some open lobbies and making sure everyone's behaving well. Other than that, without further ado, grid start with 4-star checkers on for those who are just joined. So let's get on with the first race of the evening. Who's that? Who's just joining? David's in. Welcome along, David. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're well. So, seeing as though you just joined, then yep, straight away into the Go Kart. So, no stress. Obviously, I don't know where everybody's going to be starting anyway. But Wally, welcome along. So good to see you, man. So good to see you, and thank you for tuning in. And I hope you're doing good, mate. I hope you're doing good. So let's get this first race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. You wanted to be an adult so bad, but want to be a kid again. Like most of us, of course. You know, like back when we had parents around in the household. Therefore, that you know, you don't have much responsibility. You didn't have much responsibility to deal with, and as adults, then obviously it's over to us to make a difference also in life. I'll just pull over to one side. Yeah. Steven's in. Welcome along. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you, Wally. Thank you for asking. Obviously, my dogs are doing okay as well, by the way. And yesterday, that I don't know. Well, you'd probably be aware of, or you're not aware of. Well, the other side of a situation that my dog suffered a vestibular episode, and it were on the 19th of February, and her last dog walk was on the 18th of February. But don't worry, she's still with us. I didn't even know what it is myself until I learned about it, and there are dogs that can recover from it. So, and yesterday that she has just managed to get her first dog walk in since 18th of February, before the day before she suffered the vestibular episode. You know, it's crazy, isn't it? With a lot like going off a show, but and she turned 12-year-old as well, and joining the exclusive club of German Shepherds that I had in the whole household in the past. And Coda has certainly made a huge difference, well, to not just my life, but to many other people's lives. You know, to even with that certain spike that she had recently, that she has inspired so many like dogs that anything's possible, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, such a warrior, my dog. She's like, best way to describe it is one of the dogs who's independent and determined to keep going, and no matter what situation you get into. And yeah. Thanks, Porto. And you know another thing as well, there is a lot more to pets. There is a lot more to pets, and they are part of the family that'll get you through the highs and lows in life, and have memories that will carry you for the rest of your life. Thanks, Wally. Appreciate it. She's only had a small walk yesterday, but then having noticed that she was panting, so it's nice well for the dog to get that sort of normality that she was used to. So, but there's still a road to recovery. There's still a road to recover for sure. Oh, somebody's had it off. Not sure what happened there. Hope that person's okay. So while you're here as well, Wally, for those who are into motorbikes, anything MotoGP related and so on, go and check him out on YouTube as he has a channel. Obviously, he does some of the the lap time guides. Obviously every now and then for when he gets chance. So, and one of the OGs of playing it. The first years, a year or two of playing Gran Turismo. Even that he was one of the one of the blokes who was involved in player sports community from when the man Craig himself and player sport who have obviously started off as like what was a lockdown project in 2021, and from there on, from GT Sport over still to this day, like continue to do open lobbies and so on. Yeah, definitely. It looks fun so far, so good. I'm not fussed where I finish, because it's just like one of them open lobbies where you can just chill out, from doing the serious racing stuff, and yeah. Yeah, definitely. It feels like forever, and I remember going back to, doing a lot of, Captain Colossus racing lobbies, for when he was around running some sprint races and some feature races, and then not long with the the burn rounds, which only lasted a little bit, and then of course came to around to 2024. Family comes first, and I highly respect that, and I really do, because things can change pretty quickly for sure, and so that just leaves myself and obviously a few people who were close to us, who we know, that are still continuing to keep the community going also. Like as for myself, that I like to throw something different, with many car categories for what the game has to offer. So yeah. So Verstappen wins the race with Boris in second, Max Ura in third, myself in fourth, David in fifth. I'm not sure what happened to David. I was in the world of my own, just talking along about, the memory lane, and for whatever you're up to, Captain, if you're still around, and we all wish you the very best, and I hope everything's okay from your side. Thanks. I've only just seen that the fastest lap will come up as well, and I'm like, I've been very consistent, and it's one of them tricks to me that I've been adapted to for sure. Turn the ABS off and put weak counter series distance. That's one of the differences that I've been making as well, compared to the traditional default ABS and no counter series distance. So well done, everyone. David Spun. Sorry to see that, buddy. So, do you want to choose a track, please, Verstappen? If there's a certain track you have in mind. Welcome along, Edwin. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy, but I hope you're doing well as well. Ballet course? What's ballet course? Anyway, we've got Verstappen taking the win with Boris in second and Max Ura in third. We've got myself in fourth with the fastest lap. We've got David in fifth. We've got UAE Fury in sixth. We've got Haple and Smeglet, the only ones to retire from this race. Whatever, ballet course, whatever you want. Okay, so that means I get to choose the track. Okay, I didn't know like what you meant with the belly coaster for a moment, but so I'm gonna throw something a little different. Okay, so I don't know how many laps will we get from these. So I don't know if 3 laps is good enough or 4 laps. Let me know in the chat, please. Or otherwise, I'll just put on the game chat. Yeah. LED's 200 sub event Saturday. I was gonna say that well, because I got a league racer coming up on Saturday, so that'll be around 7 o'clock UK time for when I do the league race. So and then afterwards that I'll have to be cracking on with the real life stuff, unfortunately. So that's as much as I've got lined up. Also, let me see if 3 laps is there. Good to hear, Edwin. Good to hear. By any means, you do what's best for yourself or with the work and the family stuff. Totally understandable. So is 3 laps okay with everyone, or do you want me to increase it to 4? I'm not fussed either way, or decrease it to 2. Because I've not really raced much of it in those kind of proper circuits, and yeah, so. Yeah, thank you. I'll be streaming it definitely, brother, definitely. So we're just approaching the second half of the British Touring Car Championship campaign, and it's my championship to lose. So by any means, that I just got to try and either maintain the championship lead or extend the championship lead. But going over to the next one, of course. I just put the race started in 5 minutes. Feel free to do a quali lap. So, yeah, I'll be streaming there from my perspective also. You get to see how I'm getting on in the league race. Obviously been doing some clips for my YouTube shorts, as of lately. Other than that, it's, yeah. And we're off to what is... Hang on a minute. This is like in reverse. Shadow, welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, pal. I've only just seen that I've realised that we're going into reverse, so I'm not sure if anybody minds about racing around in reverse or they want to go in the opposite direction. I'm not fussed whichever way because it's just something a little different, of course. I hope you're doing good, Shadow. Them curves are lethal. Well, I've only just went out of the way and allowed David to go and do his fast lap, and you're giving me a penalty. Lovely stuff. Yes, he is in. He is in the lobby, Shadow. Through you go, Verstappen. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you, Shadow. Obviously, as you will have saw how I got on that, from yesterday, that my dog managed to get her first walker since 18th of February. So, yeah, the dog's continuing to improve. Bless her. Yeah, it's not often that we have Wally in the lobby for us much, but obviously it's a rarity to not have somebody familiar from who I've known for a good few years. She is one tough cookie. Even though that she had a she has a mindset of a 2-year-old in her head before she suffered that spike. So has anybody been watching the Formula One? Well, I've seen that one of them who was on the chat has watched the F1. I managed to watch the Formula One race from the other day. Obviously, I saw little bits when I was on my break, and I managed to watch the full race later on the day as well. I need to make a UK trip soon. As our world leaders act like we're all living the earth together sometime. Yeah, you know what I was thinking with the summer? The World Cup, the Football World Cup over the American continent. So it might sound a long shot to me that if I wish to go, then it's possible, but then I gotta think outside the box. For example, renovating a certain part of the house. So that's one of those things that, ooh, puff of smoke coming from the Spaniard. So yeah, well, I'd recommend visiting Yorkshire if you're planning on going. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting dynamic because obviously with them Active Aero and the energy deployment, and then my issue with them is we go the Active Aero. Yeah, it's obviously that's like changed the dynamic of the racing spectacle. You know, with the amount of overtaking you see, it's just everywhere you look, it's just crazy, and you also have the battery deployment where, you know, when you're going like 320 plus kph or 200 mile an hour plus with the battery deployment, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you have the run out of battery, then you start to lose you start to feel the engine clipping, which that's well, that's not like raw horsepower in that one, because you're just losing out plenty of speed at the end of the straight. And that's the downside of it, unfortunately. But yeah, so in that case, it's with the when you're fighting with somebody, like, you know, even at the standing start, that like we're like more used to getting the revs up for the moment the lights will turn on, and then you have that pre-start, which obviously it's there for the to allow the turbos to properly work and get better starts. So yeah, that of course is something that that could be looked at with the battery deployment as well. So therefore we could still get a bit like more increase the speed towards the other straight. Well, just like as of many years of racing with a bit of raw horsepower, even though that with the V6 turbo hybrid, even when the MGU-H was around from 2014 to 2025, then that's changed a lot for sure. But even by removing the MGU-H, which means you're gonna have to manage to trying to get the turbo to spin up and to allow better starts. And the Ferraris are just Charles Leclerc from P4 to P1. That is crazy. Going into the first corner of the first lap, and Hamilton as well. And Hamilton is just like, he's got the speed. Hamilton's not done. He's got that race winning material, maybe the championship, and that's if they can get the strategy together, Ferrari, whatever the circumstance. Therefore, that's where they're gonna have to challenge the likes of Mercedes. But the Mercedes, with that 18-1 compression ratio, they're just like getting in the way of it, aren't they? So, therefore, that it's one of those things in it where you just you want something that's like more fair and square, but not like when you have a certain team where they just we just have a certain loophole where you can just get away with it, and then later on it gets banned. So that's not the first time we're seeing stuff like that. So have a good race, everyone, and best of luck, and let's have a clean race. Yeah, I don't either, Shadow. So at 70-30, that will work out right well, won't it? Surely. So let's get this race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good start with 4-star check is done. Yeah, definitely. Verstappen jumped the start. Brace yourself for the chicane or death in reverse. Oh. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, there is some nice places in the UK, yeah, for sure. Obviously, Yorkshire, as I mentioned, there's London, even though London's very busy, everywhere you go, and then, so... Oh! A couple of crashes there. There's a few karts that's just gone over and crashed hard. So yeah, that with Hamilton's start, with the way that he overtook Hajar and Lindblad, literally that's a pure racecraft, because even it didn't take him long, to get within striking distance for the race win, and which really comes to show that he's enjoying these cars a lot, he really is, and obviously the podium was definitely there, but then to get the win, and that's going to take some if it wasn't for the virtual safety car, even if they would have pitted it in the virtual safety car, then how much time will you lose under the virtual safety car? 10. And that comes to show that the Ferrari are not slow. And therefore that they've, got one of those, materials, a stronger material of the engine. Oh, Nando's just gone into the wall. Poor man. So And that, of course, well, with the Mercedes, that well, there's just there have been like talks about well to stop the manufacturers, well, like Mercedes, you know, to allow the well somebody like the works team themselves to have the ability to make use of the 18-1, as there may be like circuits out there where they can be quick on the straight, reasonably good in the corners, which would look good in the corners, but then obviously as for the Ferrari, they're good in corners. Now, I have read lately that they're going to introduce that upside down flappable rear wing, which they've tested in pre-season, going over to China. It was originally planned well to get over to Canada, but then to learn that they're going to bring that kind of rear wing, where it turns upside down, over the next race, then that's going to change the dynamic of the championship battle for sure. Even when somebody's had enough there. Not sure what happened. Yeah, definitely. Well, going side by side, or is slow off out of the corner, Bob? Yep. History of hundreds of years. Yeah, plenty of history, like from many old school buildings and so on. And through goes Danny Z. And Bob's right behind me. My foot's flat to the floor. Oh, Wally's had a crash. No, what's happened there? So sorry to see that, mate. Come on. Just not enough straight. If I would have been 2 tenths closer, I would have stood a chance. Yeah, definitely, Shadow. There is a lot for sure. I've been to some museums before. No worries. No worries, Portal. Yeah, pleasure to meet you too, pal. So, Nako, do you want to choose a track for us, please? If there's a certain track you have in mind. No worries, Portal. Thank you very much for joining, and hope to see you again soon. And I'll catch you next time around. So, Willow Springs, like the normal Willow Springs, super doofus, welcome along. Pleasure to meet you. So we're off to Willow Springs for the next one. The Big Willow, of course, if that's the one. I think we'll keep it to 3 laps or something. No Willow Springs is minded. Well, winner chooses track, unfortunately. Unless the winner doesn't have a certain track in mind. Can please themselves to pass it to somebody else. Race starting not soon, but Big Willow's okay. Okay. So race started in 6 mins. Feel free to do a quali lap. And please beam, I was put still, mindful of those around you on the track. Thanks. Okay. Let's head out to the track. Yeah, that's well. It's been a while since we had plenty of British drivers who finished in the top 10 in the point scoring places in the Formula One race. Because like the last time when we had 5 British drivers competing for the full season, which was 1996, something like that. So this was going back to right when I was born then at the time. So and then obviously I don't remember when's the last time that we had that sort of start, but this was like a long time, probably a long time ago when we had that stat achieved. And then so hats off to Arvin Limblad at 18, just for his first race in the sport, and respect to him for getting the first few points to his Formula One career. Obviously, even more rewarding with the car. Might not be as quick as the Mercedes, the Ferrari. So and then Audi, they're capable of scoring some points when they got Gabriel Bortoletto. So it's nice for Audi, to take on the pinnacle of motorsport that is Formula One, having took on challenges in the World Rally with the Audi Quattro, along with the touring cars, along with the sports cars, obviously the World Endurance Championship, especially Le Mans, and to have a crack at Formula One, and then let's see what they can do from there. So all to play for, I'm sure of that. Yeah, there is plenty of space, Shadow. There's a few spaces available to jump in, so if you're free, welcome to join now. Obviously, we've got another 3 minutes until we get the race underway. Somebody weaving across the track, getting the tyres properly warmed up. And that is Stephen. And another thing you can do as well is you can change the you can change the gearbox. So feel free to do that. So if I up it to 190, that should do it. And there's our friend Shadow. I had to do it. I just could not resist doing it. So welcome along, Shadow, to the lobby. So we'll have a quick look at who we got out on track. So we've got Super Stufus, and we've got Bob, Bella Sanders, Minabushi, Nako Nation, Boris, Super Naze, with David, and Stephen, and Mario's Kart. And there's myself, Shadow, and Wally. So the race is starting soon. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. And let's have a clean race. And watch out for the sand, because otherwise, if you get put to the sand, you're going to end up having a hard time with sure. Unless you dare to go, if in doubt, go flat out, if you dare. So let's get this next race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Oh, kept it on the tarmac somehow. Some people are having issues with the start, so maybe if you apply 80-90% throttle from a standing start, if you even get the handbrake on, then therefore that should sort it then. Craig Russell, where have you been? Where have you been for all this time? Hope you're well, pal. I'm in a slip. Oops. Oh, Steven's gone wide. Whoa! Thanks for joining, Craig. You want to go ahead? I'll try and give you a bump draft without doing anything too crazy. Oh, he's clipped the curb and went over the sand. But I've got Wally on my backside. He's not slow. He's well, obviously we've got them three fighting out for the race win, and I've got to try and fend off Wally for fourth place. Who's gonna win it? Naco Nation on the line by 29 thousandths of a second. GG. GG. Well done, everyone. Yeah, you can do. You can change the gearbox ratio to how you like it, as I went from 180 to 190. I'll show you what I mean. So it's just that. That's all. That's the little thing. So anybody can. Well, please. I don't think you can. I don't think you can clamp that down in the lobby settings. Not next week, but the week after we will. So. Do you want to choose the track, Naco Nation? If there's a certain track you have in mind? Okay, I'll choose. Okay. So grab the replay, which I've done. So I've got Naco Nation taking the win with Doofus in second, Bob in third, myself in fourth, Wally in fifth, Stephen in sixth. We've got Boris in seventh, David in eighth. I've got Super Nays in ninth. I've got Shadow in 10th. We've got Bella Senders and Menden Bushki, the only ones to retire from this race. The start bug about this is something that's been around for quite some time, Shadow. So the way I do it to overcome that is just apply 80-90% full throttle, whether you've got the foot brake on or the handbrake on. So where should we go to? We'll go to the Red Bull Ring. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? The flipping sausage curves everywhere. Maybe we'll try shall we try Circuit Gilles Villeneuve? Shall we try Circuit Gilles Villeneuve? I think we should do Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. What does anybody think? So let's give that a try, shall we? Because I don't think we've done Go Karts around the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, to be honest. So, race starting in 6 minutes. Feel free to do a quali lap. And please be mindful of those around you on the track. Thanks. And this is like one of the tracks that I last raced in the league race, and obviously that's famously won by in the touring cars. Shadow in the sprint and myself in second. Uploaded one of my YouTube short clips for those who like to go and have a look. For those who haven't had a chance to see it, because I did one of the first of the voiceovers I did, which I do think it works out pretty fitting and nicely, in my humble opinion. So it just gives you that, those to see the narrative side where, just on the build up of what's happening, and then therefore that it just what makes the racing so exciting. No matter if it's a daily race or a league race or a fun open lobby session. So yeah. So while you're here, Shadow, when you have a moment, how did you find the first half of the touring car championship? If you don't mind sharing with us, because I could give you mine. That I think it's been good from my side. In terms of with the first round where I just had to do what I needed to do and not worry about others, and continue to control what I've been capable of doing. So in terms of getting on the right foot, that's something what I had to do on that occasion, and therefore that when I got into round 2 at Daytona, then that's where I started to feel the momentum going as well. Even though that going into the next few rounds, having managed to get at least a race win, apart from missing out on the winning opportunity at Monza, whether it's like on the sprinter or the feature, it's one way or another, as things could go pretty quickly. Even though that kept that out of the barriers. So but yeah, so and looking back from the first half of the season, I'd give it I don't want to get too optimistic, but I would give it let's say an 8.5 out of 10 of how my first half of the season went. And going into the second half, and the next one we've got coming up is going to be another interesting one. Shadow is ramming. He's normally a clean driver, pal. He's normally a clean driver. I don't know what, I haven't seen what's been going off, unless it's just something that where mistakes do happen, and then even if that person is, even if the person is in the wrong, then obviously you just got to put your hand up and apologize. And so I don't want to be judgmental as to say about who's in the right and who's in the wrong without seeing it myself, because when you're in a different part of the track, it can't be helped. This is madness from where we're looking. We're talking about the season review of the touring cars, and then got rudely interrupted for some activity like that, whatever's been going off, which I don't want to get into it too much. So there is Wally. Just look at the gearing ratio for a moment before I make any changes. Detective C on the case. Did well to avoid hitting the first part of the sausage game, then hit it on the second part. So we've got Belos Enders, the Stephen, Myden, Boris, David, Bob, Super Nays, Nako Nation, Danny C, Shadow, Super Doofus, So the race is starting soon. Right. So obviously with although we might not have done a go-kart race at a track like one of the new ones that's been added to the game, so don't stress too much of it if mistakes are there. So yeah, so but don't stress too much of it if accidents happen, because mistakes do happen every now and then. So obviously, be nice to one another, be respectful, and don't worry about where you finish. So, right, let's get this next one underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. You what? Is that your dad with an? Is that your dad with an alt account? Oh my! What am I doing? What have I come across? Jeez, it's. If that's really your dad, then obviously I want to have a word with him. I'm only messing. Let's crack on, shall we? Welcome along, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, pal. Oh, David's got smashed into the wall there. I don't know whether he's somebody ran into him. I couldn't quite work out what happened there. Oh, Shadow lost it on the curb. And there's Super Stupus. A bit like Charles Leclerc when he was just... don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it, it happens. Just need to get the braking together and... I didn't ask for a bump track, but thank you very much. Watch out for the flipping sausage curves! Oh! I appreciate that, Supers. This is like a mushroom in Mario Kart, as Charles Leclerc would say. Watch it. Bob's had a moment. He's going defensive. I'm going long ways. Nearly. Managed to get it around the outside somehow. Oh, look at these three fighting for position. I don't know if you can, but if you don't mind, Bob, I'm not asking for anything, but it's your choice if you wish to give me a bump draft. No, he's going for the overtake. He doesn't want to give you a bump draft. How dare you? Watch out for the sausage, pal. Oh no, Nichols had a moment in the wall of champions. Unlucky, buddy. I wonder if he hit the sausage curb or not, I'm not too sure. But if that sausage curb's too dangerous, then I'll just get my power drill out to remove it for you. Carried so much speed throughout. There we go. Just about to hit the brakes, I'm letting him fly by. Oh crap. Got it wide. I've still got position. Spoofus Doofus with a half-second penalty. Oh, down to the last moment. Oh, he's flown over the sausage. Let's get him! Let's get him! Oh, that I had to get. Well, that I'm gonna get my power drill out to remove that flipping sausage curve because it still kept it going. Well then, everyone. So grab the replays if you want them. Well done, Wally, for winning the races. We've got Stephen in second, Bob in third, myself in fourth, Spoofus Doofus in fifth, obviously nicknamed Donut. Don't take it personal. So we've got Bellius Edus in sixth with the fastest lap. We've got David in seventh. We've got Nako Nation in eighth. We've got Boris in ninth. Super Nays in 10th, we've got Shadow in 11th, and there's Mind and Bushi, the only one to retire from this race. So, do you want to choose a track for us, please, Wally? If there's a certain track you have in mind. No worries, Stephen. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great one, whatever you're up to. And I hope to see you again soon. So we're off to Catalonia National Layout. Okay. So we're off to Barcelona. Don't know how many laps you get. I don't know if 4 or 5 laps is enough. Just up it to 4. Okay. So 4 laps. Okay. So while I'm here, I just want to know the truth. If it is him who somebody is suspected. So is that Max? Is that Max? Surely. Not often I do this, but I just want to know the truth myself until I see. Just got to see it till you believe it. See it to believe it. Crazy. You cannot even write it, can you? Mate, forgive me, because I thought at first that it was like some sort of random person I've not even seen before, where you come across some like random person who just accuses something, which I thought, oh, I've never seen that person before. But then, as it turned out, that it's Shadow's dad. Shadow's dad in the lobby. So we've got a father and son in my lobby. Welcome along, Max. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for racing my Opal lobbies, and hope you're doing good, pal. and I hope you will. So we'll give it 5 minutes. Feel free to do a fast lap. Another thing as well is please be mindful of those around you on the track. I thought I might have seen that name once, but I'm not really too sure for that. But then, obviously, this is taking me back to, well, when you do come across some that have altar counts for a reason and so on. And yep. It's all good, mate. It's all good. Because we all have our own moments, like many of us have. So, so I'm just gonna sit back and eat my popcorn and let things flow. But before I do anything else, I just need to change the gearbox. I'll go from 190 to 180 because it's very much a short track in it. So. Whoever picked this track is a right wally. It were you, mate. It were you. You picked it. Trying to get this glove on. And you know what? It's not often that I have some family members, especially those of who I know that where they have same relationships, and yeah, so nice even though I don't. It's not often I have people, especially with the father and son racing in the same lobby, and yeah, it's good to spend some time because you never know what's around the corner. Counter steering don't exist. I put the counter steering set to weak and ABS off. Around the outside! I thought I had it. Oh, damn it. It's all good, mate. I've already got to half second anyway, so. Daisy's in. I had to do it. So let's have a look at who got out on the track. So we welcome along Dizzy into the lobby. And there's Nako, Phyllis, and there's Bob, and there's David, and there's Shadow, the Souvenirs, Wally, and myself, Dizzy. No worries, Max. Thank you for letting us know. So we'll see if Minden's ready. Unless Minden's eating dinner. Unless he's sharing the same dinner with Max. So the race is starting soon. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. And let's have a clean race as well. You ready, pal? You ready, Minded? Or you having dinner? Obviously, we know that... oh, hold on. It's just changing the gear ratio, I would assume. Pressure's on the Shadow, so... No pressure, Shadow. Do your best, and that's all you can do. As somebody once said before. Anyway, there's 10 of us racing, and 1 spectating eating dinner, whatever Max is having. Chicken and rice, I'm guessing. Unless he shares with us of what's he eating. No problem. No problem. So let's get this next race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Oh, somebody jumped at the start. Whoever that is. Here we go. Right, with it, the slip. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Oh. Almost lost the kart. Oh, bit of contact from there. Thank you for waiting, Minded. Great sportsmanship all round. Here we go. Just need to watch the brakes. Oh, that's a lovely switcheroo from this person. A Sunderland fan as well. Free wide, very much going into that corner. Oh, Nico's at the moment. Here we go. My apologies. As Dizzy's all blacked out and everything. And this time round, hopefully, we should be able to get him. It's Dynasty time, let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Oh, that was very desperate, but I do apologise. Yeah. Yeah, it's on me. It's on me. That although I tried to break a little later than when I can, and then obviously it turned out that none of us want to give up that position. But so even though that I had to give way, so I'm not fussed where I finish it. So it's all good. Apologies once more, Bellas. So well done, Wally, once more. No problem, says Bellis. Yeah, it's all good. Sorted the issue out right away by simply giving the place back. I'm not fussed about if another person had to make a move as well, you know, just to concede another position whilst in the battle. So it's all good. Right, what we're like with time. So Wally takes the win. So choose the track, please. As we got Wally taking the win with the fastest lap, with Shadow in second, and Bob in third, Bellis in fourth, Dizzy in fifth. We've got myself in sixth. We've got Minded in seventh. We've got Nako in eighth. We've got Super Nace in ninth, and David the only one to retire from this race. Yeah, he looks good, Nako. He looks good. Well, in terms of the in terms of racecraft and so on. Yeah, no worries. If that's you done, Wally, thank you very much for joining. I was asking about see if there's a certain track you like to choose first, but if you're gone and if you really needed to go, then okie dokie, fair enough. I'll choose the track unless no worries. Thank you very much for joining, Nako. So I'll choose the track. Somewhere more familiar. No problem, Wally. Appreciate you being here, and hope to see you again sometime. So let's head off to one of the familiar tracks that we know of, to Scuba Circuit. Do 8 laps in there. Maybe if I down it to 7, that'll... So Wally's been doing the Joker lap. Even when he had a big gap, that's crazy. Crazy scenes. Yeah, definitely. Just at the right place at the right time. Rightly so. So, what time? So, this is what's going to be the last race of the stream. And the race is starting in 6 minutes. Feel free to do a quali lap. And please be mindful of those around you on the track. Thanks. And another thing too, for those of you who are liking the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's Danny C. Thank you for your support. For anybody who is new, obviously I know there's a few of you who is obviously who have already subscribed to my channel. And those of you who haven't, well, please do. I appreciate your support as always. Thank you, Minded. You know, it's the special effects of the weather, which I do have a pretty good eyesight of how to, just to make it realistic as it gets, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah. Likewise, it's those of who have already subscribed to the channel, and thank you for your continued support as always. Obviously, and welcome to those of you who are new to the community as well. For those who don't know, I do open lobbies normally on Tuesday evenings, and I like to throw out different car categories with what the game has to offer. I also do some league races, especially the British Touring Car Championship that's run by somebody, the GT World Series, the Gran Turismo World Series content, sometimes daily races for when I get a chance, and some other bits and pieces for whatever the current environment has to offer. So, if you don't know, now you know. Somebody's aiming for somebody to go and do a 5.8. Kept my foot flat to the floor somehow. Until I lost it. Dirty tyres is probably why that I've lost the car. The kart, should I say. Bella's flying already. In the Sunderland livery. And there's the shadow in the number 17 on the back of that kart, and then on the front of the kart as well. And there's Bob. And there's Dizzy. And there's David, chilling on the side, on the main straight. And there's Super Days. Down AC. Are you still eating, Max? Or are you going to be watching? No worries about if you have to do whatever you needed to do. No matter what happens, enjoy the show. As we're going to make it a good last one for sure. See if there's anybody on a flying lap, which I would assume this person is, throwing the cart around like you're throwing the kitchen sink in every corner. And spawn back to the pits. So the race is starting soon. And have a good one, everyone, and best of luck, and we'll have a clean race as well. So let's get this last race of the evening underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Good start with 4-star checkers on as well. Here we go. Last race of the evening. There's Dizzy and Shadow in there. Try not to hit him. Is it me, or is it just the frame rates have got a bit slow? Or... oh. I had to lift off so I don't play up the so I'm not playing with the system on the penalty side in terms of track limits. Oh, David's gone across. Oh, he's lost it. Unlucky, buddy. Oh, Bob's lost it. Lost it on the curb. Unlucky, buddy. Thank you for joining, Bob. Hope to see you again. And look after yourself, mate. So I've got Dizzy in the lead with Bella Sanders in second, Shadow in third, myself in fourth, Minded in fifth, Super Nace in sixth, and David in seventh. Watch the curb, don't want to slip. These two battling out for the lead. Might be, might not be within striking distance. Two laps to go. Here we go. Let's go. Thank you for joining, David. Hope to see you again soon. Look at him trying to break the toe. Thank you for joining, and all the best to you as well. And look after yourself. Yes, I'll be seeing you Saturday, that's for sure. And look after yourself as well. Shadow getting the move done. Here we go. Last chance. Oh, I'm just gonna have to set it around the outside, don't I? Well done, everyone. GG. GG. That was fun. My hands have got a bit stiff while having just literally gripped the steering wheel so hard. And yep. Yeah, great battle indeed. So grab the replays if you want them, and just want to spare a moment to say thanks for joining. Subscribe to my YouTube at It's Dan AC. See you next time and take care all. Yeah, a great fun indeed, and sorry that I had to cut shorter as I'm about to crack on with whatever I needed to do. So thanks for the race. Let's play again sometime, and the same goes to you, Max. So we have Bella Senders taking the win with the fastest lap, and Shadow in second, Daisy in third, myself in fourth, Minded in fifth, Super Nace in sixth, Bob Blazing, David should I say, the only one to retire from this race. The spring has finally snapped on the accelerator. Oh no! Sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully you get that fixed. So yeah, it's been great fun, no matter the outcome. Really has been. Yeah, of course, mate. Well, obviously, feel free, of course. As long as you're clean and respectful, that's the main thing. No matter the DR and SR. So I shall close this lobby now that everybody's gone. So let me see if there's any lobbies that are still going for those who are interested. I did see a notification pop up an hour and a half ago when Indian State came live. So maybe he'll be still around doing open lobbies. But there's plenty of options to play with for sure. When I get a moment to show you all around. Gonna order a new one. We'll do some drifting on the controller. Yeah, you don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you. Something to keep you going for sure. So let's see who's running what lobby. So we've got a road car lobby in there. Can't work out who's in what, but so there's somebody doing an open lobby. GR3 lobby run by GS. There's also some league races going off as well. Same cars, winner chooses Focus ST. We've got Chris Mack, Big Redder in there. So Rachel's GT Racing, YouTube required. And there's Grenster. So that's very much what we have at the moment, unless Stig has still has a lobby going. I'm not sure if he is. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, he is still live, and he's got a full lobby apparently. So another option for those who wish to keep on racing. Another thing too is don't forget to do some online time trials as well for those who wish to get some extra income as well. I'm yet to do some time trials and some daily races for this week's dailies, especially at Dragon Trail Seaside in the GR4s, and not really done much time and effort on the Nürburgring reverse layout. Like what? And this is just bonkers with what we come across. But yeah, so. Right, let's go into the Escapes movies and draw close to the stream. Right, so just want to say thank you very much to those of you who are tuned in to say hello while on the go. Thank you very much to those who have been taking part in my open lobbies. Other than that, it's been fun, and welcome to the new subscribers to the channel as well. I just wanted to show you a little something before I forget, because what I have done lately is I've updated my helmet just a little bit, so and you'll see what I'm coming from and all. So open design, we go into what is my updated helmet, well, just for open lobbies and so on. So what I've done, as you can see, is that I've added the the blue with bits and pieces, and I've raised the flag about just a little bit higher. And I've also too I put some more lines, the black lines, to go along with the white, and so I think it just makes it look more fitting, don't it? Yeah, it's and a little bit of that to a bit of an angle also on the bottom side of it, well, on the side of the lid. Yeah, just I like it. I like it how I did it. I'm really proud of about how I've altered the design just a little bit, because if you'll notice then that I've had the back very much the full Union Jack at the back, and of course I added that additional line in it as well. But this just looks different, and going to take some getting used to. I'm sure that if anybody likes that sort of helmet design I've come up with, well, just by a little bit, then yep. I've not shared it on the showcase, but I will do at some point if I wish to. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. I think it looks good with how I did it. But it's just some little details, just to fine tune the lines and so on. But yeah, just looks closer to Jensen Button's helmet design, with the Union Jack at the back. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Don't need to apply the design, so because I've already done it and it's already applied anyway. So right, back to the Skips movie. Thank you well for those who are still watching to see the updated helmet design of mine. So next time I'll be live is most likely Saturday. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing on the Thursday and the Friday, as I got them 2 days off together. So it's just a case of we'll see what happens from the family side of things as well as that. So as things stand, then I'll be probably do another open lobby session on Friday evening if anybody's around, or maybe do some, well, go behind the scenes to do some touring car practice at what is going to be high-speed ring, full of straight lines and a few of bankings to get through, with only a few corners. That it's an unknown territory to see what's going to happen, and we will have some rain as well. So that's going to be a very interesting spectacle of the sixth round of the championship as we enter the second half of the season. And so, but yeah, it's been good this evening. So, and I hope you all enjoy yourself as I have. So yeah. Okay. So if you like the content of what I'm doing, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate your support as well. And I just want to mention those of you who have tuned in to comment and leaving a likes and so on. Alex Morris, just in case we've got a few Alexes, which we do have. So Alex Morris, thank you for joining in. Same goes to Emma. Same goes to Portal. Same goes to Wally. Same goes to Shadow. Same goes to Edwin. Same goes to scrolling down. Max. Same goes to David. Thank you very much, Vol, for sparing a moment to say hello and for talking along as well whilst we're on the go. I really appreciate your support as well. So I'm gonna crack on with whatever I need to do now. So whatever you're all up to, look after yourself. Have a great evening, a great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are in the world. From myself, Danny C, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.